I see it.
I see something. Holy shamoly, all right.
It's a cross.
That's a cross. There's a square hole.
Yeah, right there. It's heavy, too.
For over 200 years, the Oak Island mystery has consumed fortunes and lives, promising pirate gold, Templar relics, or even the Holy Grail. Every discovery, from the money pit to the strange lead cross, only added more questions. But now, the game has changed forever. A top-secret quantum AI has just processed every scrap of data ever recorded about the island, from 1795 to today. Its conclusion is a bombshell that rewrites history. The money pit isn't what we think it is. The flood tunnels aren't a trap, and the treasure, well, the treasure is something no one ever dared to imagine. The Kronos revelation. Believe it or not, the greatest breakthrough in the Oak Island saga didn't come from a drill rig or a shovel, it came from a machine. A revolutionary quantum AI codenamed Kronos was secretly fed every piece of information imaginable about the island. We're talking about 2 centuries of data, every expedition log, every sonar scan, every ground-penetrating radar result, every geological survey, and every artifact analysis, right down to the metallurgical signature of the lead cross and the carbon dating of the swamp's coconut fibers.
Oh, whoa.
Looks like heavy brown hair.
We gotta go tell Uncle Rick. I mean, he won't believe this.
Yeah. He's gonna be ecstatic.
Let's go tell him.
The AI didn't just analyze data, it ran trillions of quantum simulations to find the one single narrative that could explain every single bizarre clue, every contradiction, and every failed attempt. And its conclusion is absolutely staggering. The AI determined with a 99.7% probability that the Oak Island complex was not built to hide a physical treasure. There's no gold, no jewels, and no religious relics in the money pit. The entire elaborate system, the deep shaft, the mysterious platforms every 10 feet, the intricate flood tunnels, was all a massive, brilliant decoy. It was designed from the very beginning to attract treasure hunters, to keep them occupied, digging in the wrong place for centuries, while the real prize lay somewhere else entirely. So where is the real prize? Get this. The AI pinpointed a massive, anomalous energy reading emanating from a natural cave system located deep beneath the swamp, far away from the money pit. This wasn't some faint signal, it was a coherent, pulsating energy field inconsistent with any known natural geology.
I do not like being in the swamp. It stinks, it's nasty, but if there's something interesting down there, then I want to see it.
The stone pathways discovered in the swamp in 2025, the AI concluded they weren't for moving heavy cargo to the money pit. Truth be told, they were leading workers away from it towards the true construction site. The famous 90-foot stone and its cryptic inscription? The AI's analysis suggests it was planted by the original builders as disinformation, a clever piece of bait to ensure future searchers would focus all their efforts on the money pit. The AI has essentially proven that for more than 200 years, everyone has been playing a rigged game, following a script written for them centuries ago. But what could be so important that it required building the most elaborate decoy in human history? Why go to such incredible lengths? The AI's analysis of the artifacts provides a chilling clue. The lead cross, the Roman coin, the Middle Eastern bone fragment. These items, spanning different continents and centuries, weren't lost by accident. They were left deliberately as markers. The AI identified them as components of a complex cipher, a historical breadcrumb trail designed to be understood only by those with the key. And the AI, it seems, just found that key. The real mystery, Kronos concluded, is not what's buried, but who buried it and what they were trying to protect. The answer it found points not to pirates or kings, but to something far older and more advanced. The question is no longer, where's the treasure? The question now is, what is the machine in the swamp and is it still active? Once the quantum AI established that the money pit was a decoy, it began to reevaluate every single clue through this new lens. Suddenly, pieces of the puzzle that never fit before snapped into place with terrifying clarity. It was like looking at a hidden image for the first time. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. The entire history of the Oak Island search became a story of misdirection. Let's start with the infamous flood tunnels. For centuries, they were seen as an ingenious booby trap, designed to protect the treasure by drowning anyone who got too close. But the Kronos AI came to a different conclusion. By simulating the island's hydrogeology, the AI determined the tunnels weren't designed to flood the money pit. Instead, they were built to harness the immense power of the ocean's tides. They were part of a massive geothermal and tidal power system. The constant flow of water channeled through these man-made conduits was used to generate a steady source of energy. But energy for what? To power the machine the AI detected under the swamp.
Hopefully we can finally get to the quote-unquote bottom of this.
You know, hopefully this will be a game changer for this bog and what we can, get it to tell us.
The builders weren't trying to keep people out. They were trying to keep something running. Then there's the lead cross found in Smith's Cove. Dated to the medieval period, it has long been the cornerstone of the Knights Templar theory. While the AI confirmed the cross's material and origin connected it to Templar-controlled regions in southern France, it flagged one incredible detail everyone else missed. Using quantum resonance imaging, the AI discovered microscopic crystalline structures embedded within the lead itself. These structures were not natural. They formed a complex circuit. The cross wasn't just a religious symbol, it was a transponder key. The AI theorized it was designed to emit a specific frequency when exposed to the island's unique energy field, likely to interact with or even activate the primary device. This revelation completely changes the story. The Templars weren't just hiding their legendary wealth, they were guardians of a piece of ancient functioning technology they likely didn't fully understand themselves. What about the other artifacts? The gemstone found on Lot 5. The AI's analysis showed it was cut with a precision impossible for medieval tools. Its crystalline lattice was designed to act as a focusing lens for energy. The coconut fibers? Not just packing material, but an organic, highly effective insulator for the energy conduits, preventing the powerful energy from leaking into the surrounding ground. Every single clue was a piece of a giant technological puzzle. The money pit was the decoy, the flood tunnels were the power source, and the artifacts were the keys. This wasn't a treasure vault, it was a high-tech installation. And the most chilling part? The AI cross-referenced the so-called curse, where 6 people have died in the search. It found that each death coincided with a massive anomalous energy spike from the device under the swamp, almost as if the machine was defending itself against intrusive discovery attempts. The curse isn't a myth, it's a security response. The question is, what happens when the 7th person triggers it? The final answer and a new beginning. So what is it? What is this ancient machine hidden deep beneath Oak Island's swamp? A machine so important that its builders created the world's greatest mystery just to protect it? After processing all the recontextualized clues, the Kronos AI delivered its final, shocking verdict. The object is not a weapon, nor is it a source of unlimited power. According to the AI's models, it's a repository, a library of knowledge from a lost prehistoric human civilization. The AI's final report reads like science fiction, but it's based on a logical synthesis of all available data. It theorizes that a highly advanced human society existed more than 12,000 years ago before a global cataclysm, likely the Younger Dryas impact event, wiped them from the face of the earth.
I think this is probably, I'm guessing it's either Roman, it could even be Byzantine, but I'm thinking it's Roman.
No way.
Before their demise, they created several deep earth archives to preserve their knowledge, their science, their history, their philosophy. Oak Island is one of them. The treasure is the entirety of a lost chapter of human existence, stored on crystalline data platters that are kept stable by the geothermal energy system. This theory explains everything. It explains why the builders had such advanced engineering knowledge. It explains why artifacts from different eras were brought to the island. The Templars, and possibly others throughout history, were part of a long line of guardians who rediscovered the site and attempted to protect it, leaving their own mark. The Templars didn't build it, but they found it and recognized its sacred importance. The AI suggests they likely sailed from La Rochelle not with gold, but with historical records and knowledge they added to the archive using the lead cross key to gain access. The AI has provided the Lagina brothers and their team with a precise location in the swamp and, more importantly, a warning. It is urged that any attempt to access the chamber cannot be done through brute force drilling. The energy spikes that caused the previous deaths suggest the archive is protected by a sophisticated defense system. A direct breach could either trigger a catastrophic energy release or, even worse, wipe the data clean forever. The only way in, the AI posits, is to replicate the frequency of the lead cross key to pacify the system. The Oak Island mystery has been solved, but the adventure is just beginning. The focus has shifted from a treasure hunt for gold to an archaeological mission of unimaginable importance. What is at stake is not wealth, but the very history of the human race. The team now faces its biggest challenge yet. Not how to dig, but how to listen. They stand on the verge of uncovering a truth that could change our understanding of everything: scandals, hoaxes, and wild theories. The revelation that Oak Island is a high-tech installation protected by a masterfully crafted decoy is a bombshell. But before the quantum AI could deliver its final verdict on the machine's ultimate purpose, it had to sift through the muddiest part of the island's history: the 2 centuries of human greed, tragedy, and outright fantasy that have clouded the search. The AI had to separate fact from fiction, tragedy from trap, and scandalous hoaxes from the original deliberate misdirection. This wasn't just about analyzing artifacts, it was about analyzing human nature itself and the wild stories it generates. First, the AI addressed the island's darkest chapter, the tragedies. The infamous curse that states 7 people must die before the treasure is found has always loomed over the quest. The most devastating event occurred in 1965 when treasure hunter Robert Restel, his son, and 2 other workers were lost in what was officially ruled an accident caused by carbon monoxide poisoning in a shaft. But the Kronos AI, analyzing historical atmospheric data alongside its own energy readings, flagged this event as a massive anomaly. It simulated the incident and found that while carbon monoxide was likely present, the simultaneous energy spike it detected from the machine under the swamp was powerful enough to cause severe neurological disruption, disorientation, and cardiac arrest. The AI concluded with 87% certainty that the Restal tragedy was not a simple industrial accident. It was the island's defense system responding to the team getting too close to a critical power conduit near borehole 10X. The curse wasn't a prophecy, it was a body count, tallied by an ancient security system. Then the AI tackled the thorny issue of hoaxes. Over 200 years, it's inevitable that some hucksters would try to salt the mine to keep investor money flowing. The most famous suspect has always been the 90-foot stone. Was its inscription, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds lie buried, real? Or was it a fabrication carved in the 19th century to reignite a failing treasure hunt? The AI went to work analyzing the linguistic patterns of the supposed inscription, cross-referencing them with Masonic and Templar symbology, and even analyzing the geological reports of the stone itself, which conveniently disappeared in the early 20th century.
Well, gentlemen, this particular stone came from the bookbinder in Halifax.
Here's the kicker. The AI concluded it was both. The analysis indicated that the original builders did indeed leave a marker stone, but its message was far more complex, a series of astronomical and geological alignments. That original stone was likely found and hidden by an early search party. Later, in the mid-1800s, members of the Truro Company, desperate for funding, created a forgery, the 90-foot stone of legend, with a much more enticing, simple message about buried money. It was a hoax layered on top of the original builder's decoy. The AI's ability to peel back these layers of human deception was critical to isolating the authentic clues from the noise. It confirmed that the human element made the puzzle infinitely more complex than even its brilliant creators could have ever intended. With the real-world tragedies and deceptions accounted for, Kronos turned its incredible processing power to the wildest fan theories. For decades, the Oak Island community has been a hotbed of speculation, some of it truly bizarre. One of the most persistent theories is that the vault contains the lost manuscripts of Sir Francis Bacon, proving he was the true author of Shakespeare's plays. The AI devoured every known document from Bacon's life, his secret ciphers, his shipping connections, and the movements of his associates. The verdict was swift and decisive, a 99.9% probability that this theory is false. There was no logistical path, motive, or credible evidence to connect Bacon to a massive engineering project in Nova Scotia. The AI dismissed it as a classic case of historical wishful thinking. The AI has given us the answer, but it raises an even bigger question. If this ancient knowledge is recovered, should it be shared with the world, or are some secrets best left buried? Let us know what you think. Like and subscribe for more.